Everyone. I hope like you remember what we discussed last week. But I mean, if you couldn't join last session, so I strongly recommend you to like go through the video, and because this stage very crucial to continue this program. Last time actually we discussed about Kubernetes and what are the benefits and the key concepts, and as well as we discuss components, key components we can find in Kubernetes. And so we have like shared this PPT in the WhatsApp group. So please make sure you go through the recordings, and then there are so many tutorials and resources available on the internet. You can actually search on Google and find out and read more to understand these concepts. And at the same time, actually, we requested people to like basically try to create account in AWS and create a cluster in the AWS environment. And I'm actually really happy. Many people have tried, and they actually shared a lot of questions and the issues they have faced. And so we were able to like help them and support them to resolve as well. And but I know like based on our the pool, we noticed that like some people haven't still tried. So then I just thought to actually share some tutorial, because we noticed that some people are like struggling to like configure the basically like create AWS account and configure Kubernetes cluster. And so we just like thought like shared some tutorial with you with the details, the steps to create and install Docker and Kubernetes and create a cluster. So I will basically share this in the group chat. But before that, I just want to like highlight few things. Like when you configure a cluster and in AWS or wherever, like you basically try to like decide which version that you need to go with, because I know like I mean we have to use Docker and Kubernetes. So if you're using Docker 19 version, so this is the version we have tried and tested, and you better to go with Kubernetes 1.20.7. These versions are really critical, because if you use uncompatible version, then you might face a lot of issues in future. So please make sure that the version you select, Docker version and Kubernetes, should work like you basically first search on Google what are the exact versions that you can go for, and based on that you can select. For this tutorial, actually, as I mentioned, so I use Docker 19 and Kubernetes 1.20, but I remember that I think the latest Docker version is 24, I guess, as I remember, and Kubernetes also 1.24, I guess. But it's basically your choice, right? So you can select the version, compatible version. And so like he actually have just given steps to first you need to like install Docker, and so we are going to use yum to install all this Docker and Kubernetes. So because it's easier to like you can you can simply execute this yum command and install required software. So this is how you need to install Docker, and then once you have install and start Docker, you should see the status is active, right, as this particular screenshot. So you should be able to see the status, and then once you are like installed Docker, then you need to configure Docker based on you can define as you can see the root directory and like storage drivers. There are quite set few configurations that you need to apply, and So once you are done, you can install Kubernetes, right? These are the basically steps that you need to follow to install Kubernetes, and then after that, you can again, basically what you call configure Kubernetes, and after that you have to reboot the system. So once you're done, like install Kubernetes, then you can actually using kubeadmin, you can configure. You start basically creating cluster, and so make sure you apply like you install Docker and Kubernetes in all nodes. Let's say you have 3 nodes, one master, 2 worker nodes. So you have to first install Kubernetes and Docker in all 3 nodes. After that, you can actually apply this Kubernetes to create the cluster, and then once you have successfully created, first you need to apply this in master node, right? So then once it is successfully created, so you get this kind of a message, and then it basically show you to the commands that you need to execute on the worker nodes with the UUID and all that. So you need to make sure you execute all this join command in other worker nodes, right? And after that, actually you need to apply network configurations, because it's Kubernetes is a kind of uh, platform, right? So in that day, you have to define your network policies. So there are actually several tools you can actually use, but in this case, we are using Calico as our network layer, and also you need to configure your control plane, and defining ports, the required endpoints, and all that. After that, once you applied actually join command in your all worker nodes, you should be able to see this. Your cluster is running without any issue. If you execute kubectl get nodes on master node, you should see all the nodes are in ready states, and good to go actually. These are the high level steps. Sometime based on your OS and the version that you're running, executing, there will be slight change to these commands, but the overall these are the high level steps and the commands. So we'll share this document with you all, and if you haven't still tried, please make sure you try and create the cluster within next couple of days. If you face any issues, please let us know, so we'll support you, because without Kubernetes cluster, actually we can't continue. It's no point of just listening those sessions, and really no use without hands-on. So I strongly actually recommend you to go through these tutorials and search on Google. If you haven't created AWS account and Kubernetes cluster, please make sure to create the account and cluster ASAP. Okay, so actually we have picked few people, those who actually completed this exercise during last few days. So I think they actually yes, I picked few name actually: Lakshit, Himasha, Pasindu, and Darshana, and they were able to complete the cluster up to some level, and some have actually completed everything. And so we invited them to actually share their experience, and then first they to show what they have done, and also discuss the issues and the challenges they have faced, so that you can actually get some idea, and you can also learn, and they also can share their experience. So I would like to invite Lakshita.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yes, can hear you. Over to you, Lakshita.
How can I share this? Okay. This is my EC2 management console. I created 3 nodes, 3 EC2 instances using this launch instance. here I just used the free tier eligible Amazon Linux version and selected this key pair and security groups, and using this I created all these three nodes for master node, worker 1, worker node 2. Once I created these nodes, I I can connect them via the SSH shell. And then I used this command to install Docker and Kubernetes in each node. Once I installed Docker and Kubernetes on each node, I did this configuration for the master node. This command initialized the master node, and I got an error saying there is no sufficient CPU and memory, and using this command I was able to ignore that error. And after that I use this command to create the home directory and configure the master node. Then I had to use this command to generate the print token and the join command, which I used to join node worker nodes to master node. I got an error saying some TC package is missing. Then I used this fun to install that package, and I was able to join worker nodes correctly. And when after that, when I use this one, I can it's my master node. Using kubectl. I can see here my three nodes are connected, but still the status is not ready. I think because I didn't do any network configurations. That's all, I think.
Okay, so you need to basically configure your network, right? Maybe you can install Calico configure. That is pending, no?
Yeah, I didn't do any network configuration, and I think that's why here it shows not ready.
Right. Understood. Yeah, that's great. Okay, anything else, Lakshita, you want to like highlight, or you want to like?
And when I run this get nodes command, sometimes it gives an error, so I had to restart the kubelet or several times. Sometimes when I restart and Docker and kubelet, I was able to get correct.
Okay. Did you like check any error logs or anything like to understand why it is happening?
I hope the connections and the resources are not enough, so I hope it took long to and do something.
Yeah, no worries. So is it possible to share this document, like just paste in the URL in the chat, then others also?
Which one?
The document that you have created, document. Yeah, this one.
And I think anyway, if you are using Amazon, like you EC2 has to have at least a 2-core CPU, and I think it has to be around 1,700 MB, at least about 2 GB. So the standard the server class given in the free tier will not work. So probably you will have to select a T2 macro with a 2-core CPU. So I think that will fix the issue.
Yeah,
So that,
it wasn't eligible for the free tier, so I just used this.
yeah. So it's a very small amount, right? I think per hour it's like 0.00 something. So what you can do is, you can quickly bring it up, do the testing, and then terminate it. So that way, like, it will not cost you. I mean, it will be still like, maybe few hundreds, not even touch 1,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I stop sharing?
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for your effort, Lakshita. Really appreciate your willingness to basically demonstrate this the what you have done and the share your thoughts and experience with us. Really appreciate. And so then next, Himasha, right?
Hello, sir. Yeah.
Yes, Minoli.
Uh,
Yeah, Lakshita, can you just make Minoli as a presenter? Minoli, right?
yes, sir.
Okay, Minoli. I think you can share your screen now.
So I created my cluster using EKSCTL command line. So I use this EKSCTL create cluster command and use these flags to configure my cluster name, region, node groups, node type, and other things. And then so this EKSCTL created my cluster automatically, and it created these kube system clusters, and kube system nodes. So these are the 3 nodes. And after that, what I did was I deployed ECR deployed a ECR sample app. I deployed a sample app using this deployment YAML and service YAML. So this is my sample app. This is my sample app. So that's it.
Okay, looks like Minoli has used different path. So EKS, right? So I mean,
Yeah. And
yes,
so
Minoli.
what you have done is, you have actually gone one step ahead of us.
Mm.
So you have figured out the easiest way to do it. I mean, the thing is that, I mean, no any issue, but I think what you have done is great, right? So it's not always like, what you have to do, what we are thinking. I mean, you don't have to walk the same path, right? So
Exactly.
the few things like is that EKS is a solution provided by AWS, right? So it's a what we call in AWS. There are like, the manage, right? So it's managed by AWS, and so we simply has to, bring up the master workers, and we can do our work. So that's a advantage as well. But then in some instance, it's little bit of costly as well. So here, what you have done is great, right? So it's awesome, right? So even we didn't thought that anyone will try to get into that kind of approach. So it's all good. But we are suggesting, do it in EC2 as well, so you will get to know all the granular level detail with the manager. So whole focus is probably part of our infrastructure as a code today. I would have touched it, that what we are trying to do is like, focus on developer, what the developer is doing, the code, right? So now you can simply bring up the EKS cluster and just bring something up without worrying about the infrastructure. right? So that's the one easiest thing, or the things the AWS has provided. But very good, like, but you start get your hands little bit of dirty on this, bringing up a EC2 or deploy it in more hardware as well, because that's the way you will learn. But this is awesome, isn't it, Kapila?
Oh, okay,
Yes,
sir. Thank
definitely.
you.
Yes, definitely. It's really nice, actually. As Indika said, you had like thought in different way, and you had like created the cluster. Really, appreciate. And but yes, to learn basics and the basic like the stuff. So you need to like create this configure this cluster in EC2. Then you can. I mean, you definitely be familiar with the commands and all that, and the concept that behind the scene what is happening, and all this you can learn if you configure this in EC2 instances. So this is good, really fantastic. But let's try to like create basically duplicate the same thing in EC2. Then you can cover both.
Okay, so thank you, sir.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
and this is excellent. So that's nothing. I mean, it's actually fantastic. If we can do it in a more quicker way, more easier way, there's no need to, just because like even we are saying that we have to go in the hardware, learn the commands. You will struggle, but that doesn't mean that is the always the way to follow. So this is awesome.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So do we have Pasidu?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Can
Can-
you can you make Pasidu as a presenter?
Okay, sir.
Actually, I got stuck with the connecting my instances to install the Kubernetes, but I will show you what I got.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, just show what you have done.
Yeah, this is the operating system I use.
I think you haven't shared your screen.
Oh, sorry. Here I use Windows, not Linux or Amazon. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
And hello.
Yes, we can hear you.
We can hear you, Asadhu. Yes.
Okay. I thought my connection was unstable because there was no sound. And here I created one master and two workers, EC2s. But when I tried to connect, and this is what I got. There is no SSH. Why? I don't know why that. I tried to connect with this approach, but it failed. So it
So,
will
what is the
be
yes?
helpful that you can.
Yeah. So,
So anyway, it's a Windows machine, right?
yeah, that's what.
Yeah.
You can.
Is it Windows or Linux?
It's a Windows machine, Kapila.
Windows, no, yeah.
Yeah. So here, RDB, remote desktop, the remote, it will work.
Windows. Windows machine.
Yes. Yeah, but something wrong with your connection seems. But yes, because yeah, you have created your cluster in Windows, and so then in that case you can't use SSH, right? SSH for Linux. This case you can use RDP. So I think they have given an option, right? When you click on this RDP tab, I think you should be able to see his configuration, I guess. The deleted setting.
Yeah, I tried to do that with RDP.
So Pasindu, in any case, Pasindu, like Kubernetes goes very well with Linux, right? Kapila,
Yes.
usually we deploy Kubernetes in Linux.
Yeah,
Right? I'm not
I
tired of
tried it with
Windows.
RDP.
Okay.
Sir, can I leave with my screen sharing option?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think anyway your network is little. I think because it's raining, it should be okay.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, I think good progress, isn't it, Kapila?
Definitely. Yes. Pasidhu, shall we try to create the cluster in Linux?
Okay, so I will try. My connection was really bad. That's why.
No worries. Yeah, no worries. So shall we try to create this cluster in Linux? So you basically create 3 EC2 instances, and then you can you try to configure the same thing. Like you have the commands in, right? I remember you share the document as well. Yes. Try to create the cluster in Linux, and then we'll see.
Okay, so what is with the RDP approach? I think.
No, it's okay. Like I mean, you can create what do you call them, Kubernetes cluster in Windows as well. No issues.
Okay.
But RDP is to basically connect connect to your remote Windows remote desktop, right? So I mean, nothing wrong with RDP or SSH, but I mean, it's better to go with Linux.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So do we have Darshana?
Yes, sir.
Pasidhu, can you make Darshan as a presenter? Darshan, I think you can share your screen now.
Is it visible to you, sir?
Yes.
Yes, Darshana.
This is the things I have tried so far. First, I go to the EC2 dashboard and launch instance, then create instance page. Then I name this to master, and I set OS image settings to this. I choose this one, and also the instance type. I choose the medium instance type. Once I did in the first time, I choose the micro instant type, but that when I install Kubernetes, it says it needs two CPUs. That is why I am using medium instant type. And then this is the key pair creation. Once you create this key pair, you can download it in here, and then you have to choose your key pair. After that, the network settings. These are the network setting I have done, and this is the storage settings. I use 30 GB, and once I set up all the settings, you will see this kind of summary box. Then you can in here you can choose the number of instance. I get 3 instance and launch instance. After that, in your EC2 dashboard, you can go to the instances you are created. Then I added security group settings and inbound rules. When I added inbound rules, you have to put the type as all traffic, and the source is IPv4. Save rules, and after that you have to run this master master instance by using these commands. After that, you have to set host name to the master and go to the bash. After that, you have to install Docker and Kubernetes to the master and enable it. You can check the status by using this command. For install Kubernetes, you have to use this command also. Once you install Kubernetes and Docker into the master, you have to install worker 1 and worker 2, both worker 1 and 2 Kubernetes and Docker. By using these commands, you can install Kubernetes and Docker to these worker 1 and 2. After that, you can enable and restart Docker and Kubernetes in both. Then once you run Kubernetes kubeadm init, you get some these kind of errors. That is because the port is in use. You can check the used port by command, and you can reject them by using this ignore pre-flight errors command. After that, once you get rid of the errors, you redirect to this command session, and you have to run these 3 commands, and after that these. Then once you run this, you have to join the nodes. For that, you have to use this join token. By using them in worker 1 and worker 2, you can run this join command. Then once you type kubectl get nodes, you will display this not ready status. 3 nodes are connected. After that, the network configuration, I install Calico. For that, you can use this command. And also I create a test image. Once you created that, you can, using this command, you can see all the ports you created. Let me share my things. This is my worker 1 and this is worker 2. I already enabled Docker and Kubernetes and Docker and Kubernetes restart. After that, I have added get nodes. This is the status is ready because the network configuration is done. Then once you enter the kubelet get ports, I got this error because of the connection is winding. Then after that, I re-enter the systemctl restart Docker and kubelet, and this command, it shows this test port. That's the thing I have done.
Wow, this is great. Can you just execute the get nodes command just to see the cluster, and they are basically the status of the nodes?
So I'm sorry, my terminal is got stuck because
Okay,
connection is winding.
right. No worries. How many nodes you have? 3 nodes, right?
3 nodes, sir.
Okay, all 3 are running in running state, ready state, right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Right, super. Okay, great. Wow, this is great. Really
Yeah.
good, right?
Yeah. This is good, and I think the documentation is also very good. So
Yes.
you have thought through it and put it there. So this is good.
you very much, sir.
Yeah.
You
So
know,
what we are like suggesting is, see, one other thing you should know is after creating a documentation, publish it, right? So probably you can fine tune your documentation a little bit, may put it as a LinkedIn post or a Medium post or a dev.to article, and publish it so that other thing is like you can share your experience with others. Second one is that I mean this is good, right? This like sometimes some people can do it, but turn it to a document, turn it to a readme file, or turn it to a guide, that's again a challenge, right? So something you have done, just try to do that as well, because in the long run, so if assume that after 1 month time someone asks you to create a Kubernetes cluster, it's again not easy, right? So then you can quickly refer and other people, so this is good. So reuse what you have done to publish as well.
Okay, sir.
yes, exactly. Yes.
Do that.
And meantime, just share this link in our WhatsApp group. Then others also can refer, and they can
Okay, sir.
actually get used. Yeah, this is really good. Well done. Well done. So anyone else have like created your cluster and want to actually share your experience with others, and anyone else you want to present? No? Okay. So do you have any questions? Like, have you tried to like create AWS account, and have you tried to create a cluster? Like, have you faced any issues or stuck in somewhere? Like, you need any help? You have something to like discuss with others this forum?
Yeah, either you can discuss it this forum, or I think you can contact a few of these your friends who has done as well. So they can, especially I think Darshan, I think should be able to really help anyone. But it's an open discussion, right? More you problems you have brought up, then then it's good others will learn. Yeah, that someone has gone encounter issue, and then that those learnings are the good. So the more you fail, the better, right? So then you will know 100 odd things.
Okay. Since like we don't have anyone to present anymore, like I want to like to thank Rakshita, Minoli, Vasindhu, and Darshana. Really appreciate your support and your effort, and willingness to share your experience with others. Really appreciate. And uh, as we like mentioned before, like this is very crucial, because you need to like, without creating a cluster, we can't actually continue this, right? So since we have many people haven't tried creating cluster, so we'll give additional weeks to configure your cluster, create a AWS account, and configure cluster. So we will give extra few days to basically focus on that as well. And please make sure to follow all this, and spend some time to basically learn Kubernetes and create the cluster. If you have any issues, any if you need any help, please let us know. I think we are good.
My connection is now back. I can share.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'll finish off this infrastructure as a code session as well.
Sure.
Yeah. Can someone make me presenter? I think Darshan, I think if you can make me presenter.
Okay, sir. Wait. I am not the host. Mr. Kapila is.
Kapila.
Yes, I make the session.
All right. Okay. Okay, just give 1 second. I think Just give 1 second. I'll log into my AWS and share again. Okay, I'm sharing my screen. Are you able to see?
Yes, Indra, you can see.
All right, okay. And Kapila, are you able to see the AWS screen as well?
No, Indra, only PDF.
PDF. Okay, so I'll then start. I'll share this. Share this AWS console first. Okay, hope you guys able to see now, right? The console.
Yes, yes.
Okay, yeah. So basically today, like I'll first will start with a small demo, right? So basically, what we are trying to do is now. Example, if whoever, right, example Darshan and Pasindu and everyone who has tried to bring up do this work would have understand that this is little hard, right? So example, if I do that, if Kapila do that, if Darshan do that, we might do it in a different way, right? Even I was telling Kapila before joining this, like maybe a couple of hours today I was trying to bring up, but I encounter some issue in like with the certificate. So I have to some reason, right? Maybe the version I selected or the package or the repo I created. So they were like, and then it took me a little bit of time to understand that a certificate and then create a certificate. So I went with a total new, right? That's not something I have seen before. So basically, the challenge is it's the things are inconsistent, right? So you will get something up working fine, but if someone asks you to bring it up in another system in identical environment, it's a challenging thing, right? So here what I want to show you is now that is a challenge, right? So when we are growing and when we are making big systems, there has to be consistency, right? So example, if we consider deployment is two part: your code and your infrastructure. So code is very consistent, right? You write it, you test it, then it will not be changed, right? But your infrastructure is very inconsistent, right? Example, it's based on the person who is setting it up. It's based on the softwares we are installing. There can be compatible issues. So what AWS has done is we have something called infrastructure as a cloud, and then in AWS we have this called CloudFormation. Right? So we have something called CloudFormation, which is a easy way to build a AWS in from your code, right? So basically, what I'll do is now I'll try to create a stack. We call this a stack. So I can upload the code is in my machine. So I put it as CloudFormation YAML. Okay, so it's a very small thing. So I'll give a name, say Cloud Formation demo. So next, I'll try to bring it up. Okay. So here now you will see that it's getting created. Okay, some reason it has the key pair does not exist. Okay, just give 1 second. Okay, I haven't put a key pair here, so let's say maybe let me go back and let's do this again. Okay. Nothing. So so basically now you see it's creating my EC2, right? So it's first going and creating my security group. So just like in the code, it's try to create the instance and an instance. So it will initiate the resources. And as you know, like if it hit the issue, it is have the ability of rolling back the change in a very graceful way, right? So that will not have any impact. So it's all done, I think. Okay, so this is that. So CloudFormation, it's all done, right? It's all good, completed. So we can go to our EC2 now. So probably I should have a EC2 now. Okay, there's a EC2 which has come up. So let me go to this EC2. Let me open. You might not see this. I'll share the screen again. Okay, are you able to see my screen?
Yes, indeed.
Okay, sure. Okay, so now if I see that EC2, if I open it, so you will see I'm getting error because it's HTTPS. But if I remove the HTTPS, hello CloudFormation. So it's nothing but what I have done is, so I'll no what I have done is I'll show the code now. Basically, it's let me open the code in. Okay, are you able to see my screen? Okay, I'm sorry, like today.
Yeah, we can see
Okay.
the browser.
Browser, okay. My sharing is having issue. Some reason security has blocked all the permissions. And today, let me see. Okay, let me try to open it in the browser. Okay, now are you guys able to see now? Do I have to share again? No, okay. Let me share, find out. Okay. Okay, now it's fine, right?
Yes, yes.
All right, okay. So this is a very simple script, right? So we have used to. So if you see what I have done is, so basically I'm bringing up an instance, right? So in the code I am saying this is my AMI, right? So it's a T2 macro, and I have given my keyword, and then so I create. So I ask it. We are creating a security group as well. So then when the server is coming up, we are simply trying to install HTTP server and do a start. And then I'm also going and echoing that index HTML to give kind of a hello CloudFormation. So I'm changing that index.html. So that's the output you have seen. So then I going and defining my security group, so that this I'm allowing the traffic. So all the standard details are there, right? So what this clearly means is, see, so now if this particular code is immutable, right? This will run anywhere, right? It will not fail, right? So it's not prone to human errors. It's not prone to any other issue. So if I have a CloudFormation, I go there and I run, this will work, and I have 100% certainty, right? And that's the first advantage. Second advantage is when our systems are growing larger and larger, like instead of manually creating this kind of way is very easy, right? So that's again one big advantage we have. So let me now share my presentation. So hope you are able to see now. So basically that's in nutshell infrastructure as a code, right? So we write our infrastructure in a code and then we go and put it into some place, and then in this instance AWS, and AWS will create the infrastructure based on how I have written my code, right? So that is infrastructure as code. So if we so basically what are the challenges with the traditional deployments, right? So basically there are many, right? So one is it's manual, right? For example, you would know, right, when you are bringing up your Kubernetes cluster, EC2s, deployments, it's very manual, time consuming, and it can have errors, right? And there are a lot of inconsistencies, right? So even the same thing, if we ask Darshan to do it again now in a screen share, right? uh, there's a good chance he will do it, but there's a outside small percentage of chance that he will encounter new issue, right? It probably down to probably when he's downloading like software, it can be that it has slightly changed or something, right? Or maybe internet connection, right? Checksum has, like, because of that the file got a little bit of corruption or something, right? So those are inconsistencies. Then the configuration difference, right? So probably we have a proper documentation, but there can be slight line here and there which we have added or something. We see example I have seen when Darshan is doing some of the ports were blocked. Now he has put it into nicely, like bypassing them, right? So then probably that he might not remember, right? So then again, that's a one difficulty or a disadvantage. And then if you like in our customers world, they have multiple environments. They have their development environment, they have test environment, they have the end-to-end test environment, they have user access and we call UAT environment, we have staging, which is little bit of identical to production, and then we have production. So maintaining this multiple environments with the same level of infrastructure with identical configurations, and all those are very difficult, right? And then scaling, that's again a very difficult thing. So documentation as so those are the high level limitations of traditional way of doing things. So infrastructure as a code is nothing but what I have shown you. We write our infrastructure in a code and we try to deploy that and then spawn off the environment, right? So it's nothing complex. uh, but you will have to I mean there are quite a few tools, right? CloudFormation is what AWS, the tool is coming from AWS, and then there are various other the infrastructure as a code providing tools as well. So you can start experiment, get to learn those things, but underneath the what you call the theory is very same, right? So industry, we want to write infrastructure in code and then deploy, so that we know that then that the code which you have written is immutable, right? To a level, right? So that's in nutshell what is infrastructure as code. So benefit, it has a lot of benefits, right? So we can automate, right? So now if I say even if I bring down that CloudFormation, I bring it up using the same script, it will the same result, right? There's nothing going to change. And if I want to now deploy, let's say 1,000 of servers, so 10,000 instance, right? So then like how I'm going to do, right? How I'm managing, right? So with the CloudFormation script itself, I can have looping and other thing. That way I can bring up thousands of servers at one go, and with my desired software with my desired code, right? So that's very fast. So speed is there. Um, so this is what I said, like dev multiple environments, so we can have consistency, version control, CI/CD pipeline building, those things we can do. So anything we are doing in AWS, we can do it in a CloudFormation template, right? In nutshell. So that's the big advantage we are getting. That way, you can get that, create anything. So quick overview of CloudFormation. So it's as simple as I shown you. We write our infrastructure as a code, right? So example, in my instance, I said I want to get a AMI, and then I gave a kind of like what is my AMI, and then I give kind of details like what is my the perm file, what is my VPC look like, and when the service bringing up, what are my user data. So based on that, so once I upload that script, CloudFormation YAML file, it will get saved in S3, and then from there, AWS will start executing that and create my output, right? So it's a very simple thing, but it's extremely powerful. So what I have shown you is a very basic example, but the capability, what it can deliver, it's a very powerful tool, right? So that's it. I want to make it very short and sweet. Any questions, guys? Anyone? Okay. So I think if no question, I think we can close. Kapil, anything? Any last thought?
No, Indika, I think we are fine.
Yeah.
As we requested, please try to register, create the AWS account and try to play the cluster. If you face any issues, please let us know.
Yeah. Okay then, everyone. I think thank you very much. I think we were also very motivated that a lot of you guys have tried doing this and experimenting, ask questions. I think that's a very encouraging, isn't it, Kapila?
Yes, definitely. We really appreciate. Yes.
Yeah. Okay then. So keep your motivation going. If you encounter an issue, try to contact your friends and feel free to post in the WhatsApp group. If not, even you think like you need some close uh, attention, try to send a one-on-one message even or a call. That is fine. Most probably, based on our availability, we'll try to get back to you, and we'll try to get you through this journey. And the hands-on is extremely important while you know the theories as well. So it has to be both, right? You have to have a little bit of theory because otherwise it will not give sense to you what you are doing. Then you will have to get your hands dirty and get it done and see. Okay then, everyone, thank you so much for your time. Good night.
Thanks, team. Thank you.